and the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, and it is Saturday, and you know what that means. It's time for all the toy news, action figure news of the week that interested me, that hopefully interests you in a very slow toy news week, one of the slowest weeks in quite some time. Get to capture our bearings, get back ready for that busy fall season. And of course, last week we talked all about Hasbro PulseCon. This weekend is New York Toy Fair for those that are going to the Toy Fair. Then I believe is it the following weekend or maybe 2 weekends after that, something like that. What is time? It is the New York Comic-Con. So there's some of that kind of stuff. We're kind of right in the middle between that. There should be a few announcements here and there. We do know the Mattels of the world not going to the New York Toy Fair. They're skipping out on this one. But definitely some toy news should come out of some of those events. But pretty slow right now, which isn't bad. We can all put our wallets away for a little bit longer and just kind of wait for things to come. So more on that as we get to it. But we do got some stuff to talk about here today. We do got the toy news of the week. We'll run through it all. And we always do start off these videos with Patreon. And of course, Patreon, you guys know all about it. The best way to support this very YouTube channel and the second YouTube channel. Are you subscribed to that second YouTube channel? Make sure you get that done. You want to be on both channels because we got videos on both of them every single day. Some different stuff on that other channel, some other stuff to come. We will be doing streams on that channel in the future, and a few other surprises I think you guys may be in for. So make sure you subscribe to both those channels. I think we got 1,500 subscribers in 1 week over there, so that's pretty darn good, I would say. But much more to come over there and some other videos that you like, all that kind of fun stuff. So thank everybody for the support right there. And then thank you for the Patreon support. If you're watching this on Saturday, today is the last day to be a Patreon member to get in for the giveaway. Check out the Patreon, link in the description below, as I always do say. We are giving away the Chase 1 of 5,000 Owen Hart. So last day to enter for this one. We will pick the winner probably towards the end of next week. I got some travel early next week. I'm headed to Omaha, Nebraska next week. Beautiful this time of year. Even more beautiful when Cheap Trick's performing. I'm going to be over there for meetings for a couple of days, and Cheap Trick's actually in town. So I'm going to Cheap Trick. I can't wait. So that'll be good. But if you're in to Owen Hart, check out the Patreon. Last chance at that. And then the Patreon members voted, and overwhelmingly, I was kind of surprised how they voted, but they voted for the October giveaway, and the October giveaway is going to be the Ultimate Edition Andre the Giant. So Andre the Giant Ultimate, going to be the October giveaway on the channel. Check out Patreon, all that kind of fun stuff. We will have a few other giveaways. I might even do a special giveaway tomorrow in weekly purchases, so stay tuned for that. We might do some of that over there. Definitely some more giveaways to come before the year is out. So stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, all that kind of fun stuff. But let's dive into it. Let's get into the toy news of this week, and let's start off hot. Let's start off with a conspiracy.
I wonder if they're watching your every move. Cell phones, internet, surveillance. Think about it.
We're starting off the toy news of the week hot with Jesse Ventura already on the case, as we got a conspiracy on our hands, folks. As Ringside Collectibles, good friends of the channel, use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. They did send out some emails Friday morning saying the WrestleMania 40 Basic Series set had been canceled. Yes, canceled. That was, of course, Seth Rollins. That was, of course, Roman Reigns. That was, of course, Batista. And I think the reason for the cancellation here, one Muhammad Ali. Yes, Muhammad Ali Basic in referee gear. Now, a lot of alarms went off when this was shown, as we do remember San Diego Comic-Con, we got an ultimate Muhammad Ali in referee gear, but Series 40 all but canceled. No extra word from Mattel, nothing what's going on. We also had that delay of the Coliseum collection last week. I don't know if those are related, if there's some issues at the factories over there or what. But one way or the other, 40 is canceled. I have to imagine those figures will be repurposed somewhere down the line. It's very easy to do. But the Ali one is where it gets the conspiracy things buzzing around. As we talked about, San Diego Comic-Con 2023. There was the exclusive Muhammad Ali Ultimate Edition in his referee gear. Now, that one is still up on Mattel Creations. I believe it's still up on WWE.com. to purchase. It did not sell out at San Diego Comic-Con, and if you remember, before San Diego Comic-Con on this very channel, we talked about it, and I said there is not the crossover appeal to boxing fans to buy action figures like there is wrestling fans to buy action figures. There's a lot of boxing fans out there. There's a lot of UFC, MMA fans out there. But the majority of those fan and that fan base that is willing to purchase an action figure is a heck of a lot lower than wrestling. We've learned that with the failure of all the Jax and Jazzwares UFC figures back in the day. They just didn't get that child crossover appeal that is so needed to sell, or even adults, whoever's going to buy them, nobody was buying them. And unfortunately, Ali, one of the greatest performers of all time, one of the most known names year-round, or worldwide, I should say, didn't move the needle there. However, you got to take that business step back. Did they produce this set in way more amounts than any other set before? Was it really limited and people just turned their nose up at it? We don't know all the business stuff there, but we do know the facts. And the fact is, you can go to Mattel Creations, WWE.com. You can pick up that pack with Muhammad Ali. Did Mattel, this is a little conspiracy action, did they say, you know what, we're still sitting on all these units here, it would be a bad move to put out an $11 basic Muhammad Ali and referee gear when we have an ultimate of stacks we're sitting on? We better cool our jets on that. Let's cancel that, maybe bring that on down the road when this one sells out. Could that be the conspiracy of a generation? Move over JFK, move over aliens, move over Bigfoot. We got the Ali conspiracy. Now, I don't know. That's just where my brain went at first. It's weird to get a wave canceled like that, but that's kind of the thing that seemed a little bit out there was the Ali portion, and I wonder if it ties back to the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. I guess we'll see. Maybe by the time this video drops, there'll be more clarification. I'm not exactly sure. But as of right now, it is canceled. So take that for what you will, and you should get a refund back from Ringside if you did order. So the more you know, the more you know. Now we move on to some other wrestling news. Not a ton of wrestling news this week, but Foco back in the news again with 2 more Ultimate Warrior bobbleheads, a regular and a variant edition. What are they doing? I am not a bobblehead collector, but I've been buying all these Ultimate Warrior bobbleheads. I don't know, but they're very expensive, as we know. I'm not sure if I'm going to pull the trigger. Oh, we'll see what happens. But there's 2 of them, a chase and a regular. Man, oh man. But Foco putting out bobbleheads on a weekly basis, it really does feel that way. They're deep into the wrestling game. There's no doubt about it. We move on to the next wrestling thing. A little retro news. Not a whole lot of retro news this week. Probably the slowest retro news in a long time. But much like the Owen Hart Patreon giveaway today, Saturday, if you're watching this, this is your last day to pre-order from KWK the PN News retro style figure. So if you need some PN News in your life, yo baby, yo baby, yo, you better head on over there and get that thing pre-ordered today, or forever hold your peace to the aftermarket. That's the way those things do go. And like I said last week, I was a big PN News fan as a little kid. I thought he was the king of all rappers in more ways than one. And maybe I was right. Yeah, I was right all these years later. Who knew? But that one is coming to an end. So if you want your order, get it in right now or forever hold your peace. One other one that we talked about, and we did do a video this week on the second YouTube channel, Kyle Peterson 2.0. Very easy to find. Some people struggle, but it's in all the link trees. It's in the descriptions. It's in the channel recommendations on this YouTube channel. It's on my Twitter and Instagram. It's out there, so head on over there. But we did do a Mattel Reveals video this week where we walked through all the Mattel reveals. A lot of stuff we knew, but a lot of pretty packaging images, which is always a nice thing. So we did see those, but we also saw one more I didn't talk about, and this one is the Target exclusive Ultimate Warrior. Definitely an awesome one here. You know me, playing all the hits whenever Ultimate Warrior is involved. So the Ultimate Warrior Ultimate Edition from SummerSlam was at 91, right? 91? 91, 92? Now I'm forgetting. 91, I believe it was. But SummerSlam 91, Ultimate Warrior. Man, give me all the Ultimate Warriors. This one, of course, a Target exclusive. Have to think towards the end of the year on that one. The Rock is hitting October 1st. That's one thing I should mention in this toy news video. October 1st is the new set date, street date for a ton of stuff at your Target stores. So if you're a collector, if you're a toy hunter, this should be the week to head to Target to get everything you need. So it should be a busy week on the old wallet this week, so stay tuned for that. But speaking of Target, they did on Friday, yesterday as I'm filming this, the NECA Fall Geek Out event came, and this I believe is the final one from NECA, and it was some stuff that started hitting stores this week. I am actually going to be on the hunt for this stuff later this evening. Going to take the family, the wife and kids, we're going to do some shopping, do some of that kind of stuff, and I'm of course going to hit some Targets and Walmarts along the way, and hopefully eat dinner. I'll probably be hungry. But the NECA Fall Geek Out, they did have the Casey Jones, the red-shirted Casey Jones from NECA in that. My Bloody Valentine. I don't think I've ever seen that movie. I need to add that to the list of things to do. We got a new Thing figure, of course, the McCready figure. So we've kind of seen that before. There's not a lot of meat on the bone for that for me. But the one I'm excited for, the one I need, the one my dad needs, it is the black and white creature from the Black Lagoon. Creature Overload, of course. We just unboxed, my dad and I, about a week ago on the channel, the color version. And we also did the glow-in-the-dark one. That's been on Patreon for a couple of weeks. It'll eventually get to regular YouTube. Stay tuned. Probably in October sometime. But we've unboxed both of those. Now we got to turn the page, get the black and white edition unboxed. So hopefully I can find that this weekend. I'm not stressing it too much, but hopefully I get that over with and once and for all. And we'll be back on the creature trail. So that is NECA's Fall Geek Out. I think that is the last one. But now we turn our attention to the collector event at Walmart. Oh, back again at Walmart. Always a confusing time. It's a lot of pre-orders. Will I get them? Will they be canceled? What's going to happen? But it looks like the Collector's Con is coming October 13 to Walmart. I believe that is a Friday, so be ready for that one. We'll see what's announced, see what's going up on that one. Could we see the Monday Night War stuff go up for pre-order for WWE? Gotta think we'll see some Marvel Legends. Gotta think we'll see some Star Wars. Usual stuff. I bet you a new Superstars wave for WWE as well. Usual suspects is my guess, but we'll stay tuned to October 13th, see what all the fuss will be about. Now shifting gears, and we are dangerously close to the Halloween season, and one that really gets my dad excited here is from Super 7. It looks like they are making reaction figures of one Svengoolie. If you know Svengoolie, you know Svengoolie, but my dad's a big fan. I'm a fan of Svengoolie. My dad's the big fan. We're probably going to unbox that new NECA Svengoolie on the channel. We'll have to bring that over. My dad can talk all things Svengoolie. We'll see what happens with that. But they are going to make a reaction figure, and as we see with Super 7, we'll probably get a glow-in-the-dark one, we'll get a black one, we'll get package variants. My dad's going to be spending some money at Super 7 on the old Svengoolie figures, I have a feeling. But they did announce that this week, so more to come on Svengoolie Madness. Give me a Svengoolie Ultimate. Don't know if that's going to be in the cards, but we'll see. Stranger things have happened out there, so there you go. Now we turn our attention to Christmas. Let's leave Halloween and let's head to Christmas. Let's go to McFarlane Toys, as they got a black and red and then a blue and blue. I don't know how you classify it, I guess, but it is two different Santa figures. You got the Black Knight version of Batman, and then you got my iconic blue version of Batman in Santa costume. So great for the Halloween. How about the Christmas season? Great for the Christmas season. I'm definitely here for these. I think these are really cool things. Bring them out with your Christmas decorations each year. Just a really fun kind of tongue-in-cheek stuff. Sounds like they're McFarlane Toy Store exclusives. And it's kind of funny because this week we did see images leaked from China. Sounds like they're selling out over there already. So if you're looking for Batman in both colors or one or the other, pick your own poison on your Batman for the Christmas season. Head on over to the McFarlane Toy Store if you need some of those. And I believe MTS10 is 10% off the McFarlane store. So if you needed a discount code, there you go. Check that one out right there. And then the hits keep on coming. We did see from China as well. Batman the Animated Series figures. Very cool looking ones. What is old is new again in some ways. And I believe these are Target exclusives, at least originally. And these will be coming probably in the next month or so to Target stores. They were part of the Collector Con event 6 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago. What is time? But I am picking up these animated series ones. I didn't really watch the cartoon a whole lot. It was kind of by school time. I couldn't get home in time. I'd miss a little bit of it. So it was just a tough window for younger Kyle back in the day. But I did collect the action figures, specifically the villains. I basically just bought the villains from this. So I really did enjoy this line of villains. A lot of nostalgia with this one, and I have passed on some of the DC Direct ones in the past, and I think I'm going to pull the trigger on these. So we'll see what happens, but it sounds like they're over in China as well with Santa, Batman, getting ready to cross the ocean and all that kind of fun stuff. So stay tuned to some more of that. And we're not done with McFarlane DC. We got the Amazon exclusive Titan Joker Glow-in-the-Dark edition. Yes, the Glow-in-the-Dark edition, an interesting one. We've seen a lot of this stuff. We've seen a lot of exclusives from McFarlane, be it to Amazon, Target, Walmart, McFarlane Store, Entertainment Earth, Big Bad Toy Store. We're seeing all these repaint exclusives, enough to make your head spin, really, at the end of the day. I am so happy I don't buy all the McFarlane stuff, because I don't know where I would put it all, and you get 10 versions of this Joker in different colors. Just Absolute insanity is what it is. But if you're into that Titan Joker, that big Joker, we actually unboxed it on the channel many moons ago. You can get a glow-in-the-dark version. And speaking of glow-in-the-dark, my Swamp Thing glow-in-the-dark, supposedly going to be here by 8 p.m. tonight. Man, it got delayed 2 times this week. It got almost canceled, I thought, about a month ago. They said, hey, we can't find a date. We'll let you know. And I was like, oh, great. It's just on its road to cancellation. Now it's shipping. Now it's been delayed. Will I get the glow-in-the-dark Swamp Thing? I am very much looking forward to that figure. Hopefully it arrives tonight. We'll see what happens there. And then the last bit of toy news before we get into the album of the week this week, we got the HasLab Giant Man. Of course, that's still going strong. You got about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. What is time? Once again, what is time? I can't figure it out. But you basically got until about the end of October to back the HasLab Giant Man. Remember, they do not charge you until it has funded. So if you order it today, they just hold your money, or they don't even hold your money. They say, okay, you're in. And the minute it gets funded, bam, they charge you. That's the way it goes. So you don't really have anything to lose right now if you're on the fence, but I understand how it goes. A lot of people wait till that very last minute to fund this thing. The only bad thing about doing that is, could you get more unlockables? If everybody that was on the fence got after it right now, we might be snowballing a little bit more and get there. But we're about halfway there. 5,400 or so right now. Need 10,000. Looking like a crazy goal. I don't know. I don't know if the Hasbro team could take an L on this one, because people voted, we don't want a car. We don't want Ghost Rider in his car. We want figures. Well, now you get Giant Man, a fairly iconic one. I think a lot of people wanted Fing Fang Foom, myself included, but a Giant Man's cool for me. I like giant figures, but apparently the voting audience, at least as of right now, is saying not for me, and that could be they just don't like the product, they don't like the price, or it could be the economy. Who knows? They didn't need to save their pennies or whatever for Christmas, holidays, Thanksgiving, whatever they got to do. Maybe they're going big for Halloween. Who knows? But definitely not looking good right now. About halfway there. Got to think we'll get to a few more thousand, and then it's going to be down to the last couple of days where it's going to be the race to the finish line. So it'll be interesting. We'll see what happens. We'll stay tuned to it on the toy news of the week. So there it is. A short and sweet week. I'm here for it. Definitely an interesting one. Should see some new stuff hopefully next week. We'll see what happens next week. But I just did get a message here. We did get from our friends once again at Ringside Collectibles some late breaking news as I'm filming this. Elite Collection 106 just went up for pre-order over there at Ringside. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. But it looks like Roxanne Perez, Sami Zayn, Chad Gable, the Usos in Elite form, and then we got Paul Bearer, and of course Paul Bearer is going to be the chase of Elite 106. So if you're into Elite 106, head on over to Ringside, pre-order those. Looks like a December ship date on those, so we'll stay tuned to that as well. Definitely here for a lot of those figures here. We'll see how they shake out at the old review table here in December. But now let's finish it up with the album of the week this week. The album of the week, we're taking it way back, because I'm in a very lucky headspace right now. As my daughter, Elle, of course, my oldest daughter, Elle, she just found out about this brand new band called Weezer. You ever heard of Weezer? Oh, she just did like the last couple of weeks, and she's like, listen to it around the house. I'm like, you know, your dad knows something about Weezer, you know, back in the cassette tape days with the old Blue album, and then followed them ever since. And Weezer's had a little tough spot in the last few albums, there's no doubt about it, kind of getting away from what I'm looking for. But oh, that Pinkerton album, oh, Pinkerton Blue, I enjoy the Green album. But one album I really enjoy, and I told my daughter, I said, you got to listen to this one. And she's working her way through the entire catalog as we speak. But it's Maldroit, however you pronounce it. That came out back in the day, I want to say 2002. Oh, what a time to be alive 2002 was. Let me tell you about it. Maybe I'll save that for another video. But Maldroit, an amazing album. Love that one. Hard rockin' Weezer, a lot more hard rockin' than some of the stuff they're doing now. There's no doubt about it. That's my kind of Weezer. Bust out the Explorer guitar and let's get going, Rivers. That's what I'm here for. And my daughter was liking it. She was liking that one. She's got that heavy metal cred. She's seen Iron Maiden like 4 times. She's seen The Priest. She's seen a lot of bands. She's seen a lot of bands over the years. So she's getting into the Weezer, so I'm hoping to grow that there. It's definitely better than the Taylor Swift stuff and some of the rap stuff she's listening to. Let's get her hard rocking. She can start going to concerts again. She used to be all in on going to the concerts with me. Now she doesn't ever wants to go. But she will. I bet if Weezer comes to town, she'll go to Weezer. So definitely an interesting one. Definitely a one to revisit if you haven't heard it in a long time. But that is the album of the week this week. And that concludes the toy news of the week this week. What are your guys' thoughts? Anything good? You finding anything out there? Any toy news you really wanted to pick up? Are you picking up those Santa Batmen? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Of course, don't forget to like this video. You made it this far, you might as well. Subscribe to this channel and the other YouTube channel. You don't want to miss out on a video. That's what'll happen because there's videos going every single day on both spots. Check out both channels, subscribe to both channels, and don't forget about the Patreon. Of course, the best way to support this channel and all the content it does bring, and you get early access to both channels' videos, as you do know. And you can also support channelprowrestlingtees.com. Search Kyle Peterson, and don't forget social media. Sir Paul64 on the X, the _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram. And you know what I'm doing? I'm rocking and rolling, strutting and strolling my way into another weekend.